my friend from Mississippi, Mr. Wicker, to talk on these issues as well. And there are so many things we could be talking about today, but clearly jobs and the economy are critical to American families.
Absolutely, and I thank my friend for leading us in this colloquy. We ought to be talking about jobs and the economy, and we ought to be bringing legislation to the floor, giving our side an opportunity to offer suggestions and hearing if the majority party in this Senate has something to offer other than the 3.5 years of failed policies. Now, their intentions are absolutely honorable. Everyone wants to create jobs. Everyone wants the unemployment rate to go down. But I think any fair observer would have to conclude that after 3.5 years, the policies of the majority party in this body, the policies of the Obama administration, have been an utter failure. 40 consecutive months of unemployment over 8%. The latest numbers were 8.2%. The last time we had that sustained period of joblessness was World War II. It's absolutely unbelievable that the policies of our Democratic friends have been so unsuccessful and such a failure. To put that in context, you know, in September of 2008, we had a severe crisis because of the subprime loans, because of the excesses of Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, which a lot of us that have been in the Congress for some time have tried to rein in. But because of that subprime crisis, unemployment went through the roof. The economy crashed. The other crisis that we had earlier than that, of course, September 11, 2001, when the terrorists attacked the very heartland and soil of the United States of America, the Twin Towers, the Pentagon. 2001, we had a spike in unemployment and our economy went in the tank. Between that time, though, I think Americans should realize, we didn't have exactly everything we wanted in terms of job growth, but unemployment between 2002 and the middle of 2007 actually averaged between 4.5% unemployment and 6% unemployment. We weren't happy with that then, but wouldn't we love to have that level of unemployment now rather than the 8.2% and the over 8% that we've sustained for 40 straight weeks? As a matter of fact, Americans need to remember, this doesn't have to be the case, the 8.2%. As late as October of 2007, the unemployment rate in this country was 4.4%. We can do that again, but we will not do it again with the failed policies that the president and his party have been imposing on our country during their entire stewardship. The senator from Missouri mentioned 8% or higher, and the effective rate is 11% if everybody that had left the job force came back in and tried to get a job. Actually, unemployment rate in African-American community is 15%, an astounding and shameful figure. The Obama stimulus program failed. It cost us over $800 billion, and we're going to have to pay that back somehow. But it failed. The unemployment rate for 40 straight months remains above 8%. Dodd-Frank failed. The Affordable Care Act not only has made health care less affordable and less available, but it has failed to stimulate any jobs. And then yesterday, as a member of the Banking Committee, I heard testimony, and this country heard testimony from the chairman of the Federal Reserve. And basically, what he said is that he has lowered the economic expectations. He and the rest of the Federal Reserve now say the economy is going to get worse than they expected in January of this year. And the unemployment rate will be above 7% in his estimation by even at the end of calendar year 2014. That would be 6 straight years under these current policies, unless we change our approach to job creation. That'd be 6 straight years of unemployment higher than it ever was during the first 7 years even of the Bush administration. We've got some ideas about how to turn that around. An American-made energy policy, ending this regime of over-regulation, which is just such a wet blanket on job creation, and ending the situation we have now about the tax burden on job creators. The tax burden on American risk takers is now higher than on any of our allies in the industrialized world. We hit job creators and risk takers and the people we want to help us with this 8.2% unemployment rate. We hit them harder than any other country in the industrialized world. So we've got some ideas. We'd like an honest-to-goodness jobs bill, and we'd like the majority leader to give us a vote on some amendments. Don't just call up the bill. Fill up the tree, offer every amendment you could possibly offer on the Democratic side. File cloture and call that a filibuster. We need to go back to regular order in this Senate and let us offer some ideas. Let us have a debate again on this Senate floor about some ideas that we have about job creation. So I'm glad to join my colleagues. I see my friend from Georgia here, and I know that he's been very thoughtful about this issue.
Well, I thank the distinguished senator from Mississippi, and I rise to talk